Straight ahead in the Bahamas Tonight this Monday, a break in the case and the mother and daughter found floating in waters at Prince George Wharf. We tell you what police are saying tonight. Not much going on in the way of teaching at E.P. Roberts today as teachers sat out in protest. The School of the Blind getting much needed assistance from Scotiabank, and the Wheel of Fortune turns at Exuma Sandals Resort. We take you there. It's all happening on the Bahamas Tonight, starting right now.
Covering the islands of the Bahamas, ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight.
This is the Bahamas Tonight National Report. It's good to have you along this Monday. I'm Shanique Miller. All's not well on another school campus this evening. For the second time in as many weeks, teachers dissatisfied with conditions on their campus withdrew their labor. It happened at R.M. Bailey Senior High School last week, and today it was teachers at E.P. Roberts Primary School. Tonight, Carla Palmer takes us on the campus and shows us the reason for today's unrest.
When the news team arrived at E.P. Roberts Primary School shortly after 9 o'clock Monday morning, we met some of the students leaving the campus, apparently because the majority of the 30 teachers were not in class. They were in a room upstairs and they refused to utter a word to the media. But it was principal at E.P. Roberts, Kendall Burrows, who confirmed that the teachers had withdrew their services.
In this case, I think the union, they met the other day, and it was decided that, okay, there are some things that they asked, and I think but the superintendent was given the message to pass on to the ministry that if certain things were not met by Friday, okay, and that included a leak in the roof as a result of Hurricane Irene, and as far as they're concerned, those things were not met because even though the roof is just about finished, we came in this morning, there's still some water here.
According to Burrows, the presence of mold was also of concern to the teachers.
The mold, we had someone who came in on Monday, someone who came in last Wednesday or Thursday, and he saw the conditions. Most of it was a matter of cleaning with bleach the mold, cleaning it with bleach, and that's so that part of it would have been solved. Now, let me point out, and I want to do that, okay, that there is one center that is affected.
Burrows says at first he didn't know what was going on until parents came to collect their children.
There are persons who would have left without permission. And I'm concerned about those students being home. In some cases, I guess they will be on their own. How will it affect them? Well, this is the second week. After the first week, they would have lost some time on Monday. And of course, persons, they're working, but I don't think the students would have gotten everything they should off, and then to miss Monday again. Monday is the time we set the weeks.
Denise Johnson arrived at the school shortly after 10 a.m. to collect her daughter, and she was not pleased.
Yeah, it do bother me because, the children, especially young children at this age, they need our guidance. And I was really surprised and I was angry and frustrated. But the principal is a good principal. But I just surprised at the moments. I didn't like the moment that the teachers just strike all of a sudden like that without informing. They should consider the little children.
With the work expected to have been completed this Monday afternoon, officials say school will resume on Tuesday. Carla Palmer, ZNS News.
Area Member of Parliament Glenna Santa Martin says the conditions and challenges at E.P. Roberts are not only disgraceful, but are not conducive for the 800-plus students enrolled. Hannah Martin says sending the students home during the second week of school for issues that could have been addressed before the new school term began is a disservice.
There are issues of the environment. The roof has either been repaired or not repaired. I'm not sure what the story is, but at the end of the day, it's leaking. I'm told that there was a contract issued and it's still leaking. It is leaking to the extent that it is putting at risk the equipment, expensive equipment, computers that have been donated to that school. But secondly, and more critically, is that it is affecting the quality of the air. And I spoke to at least 3 teachers who told me that last week they experienced health problems being in that environment.
Hannah Martin says a shortage of 5 teachers and insufficient furniture in the classrooms are other issues education officials should have addressed thoroughly. Now, she says, while these issues have a negative impact on learning, sending children home only add to the hundreds of students who are not able to attend school due to financial reasons.
The Department of Social Services has assisted, or was to assist, a number of parents with getting uniforms for children. Never before in my years as member of Parliament have I seen so many children, so many parents unable to prepare their children for school with uniforms. It has been the source of greatest demoralization and stress and frustration. And I'm told that there are still many children who to this moment have not been processed through the Department of Social Services, and their children home as we speak because their parents are unable to afford uniforms for these children.
SEPT News spoke with Education Director Lionel Sands, who is also deeply concerned about the issue brewing at EP Roberts. Sands is expected to meet with teachers to address the issues tomorrow morning. Well, education officials issued a statement this evening saying they are aware of the concerns and challenges at EP Roberts and that the matters are being addressed. The Ministry of Education is appealing to all involved in the teaching and learning process in public schools throughout the country to continue to work together in the best interest of the nation's students. Over at Uriah McPhee Primary School, school let out early today because of problems with the air conditioning system. Education officials say students will have to leave early until the system is fixed. They apologize for the inconvenience and thank teachers for their cooperation. More people are looking to finding a career in the country's second industry. As it now stands, more than 4,000 Bahamians earn a living in financial services, with about 80% of them in domestic services. Last night, the latest graduates of the Bahamas Institute of Financial Services learned what the government is doing to enhance this important industry. Altavi's Munnings tells us more.
Any of these Bahamas Institute of Financial Services graduates would tell you that hard work truly does pay off. The 170 financial services professionals developed their career skills by acquiring certification tailored to their respective designation. Many of them who work at major banking institutions are now better equipped to build their financial competency. The Ingram administration believes these professionals can help propel the Bahamas' financial services sector worldwide. That's according to the Minister of Finance, Prime Minister Hubert Ingram.
In this vein, the government has partnered with the private sector to create what is regarded as a new strategic financial services framework to move our sector forward while ensuring that our financial practices fully meet the requirements of continuing evolving international standards and requirements. Indeed, we safeguard our sector from almost certain demise by successfully negotiating tax information exchange agreements that resulted in our being placed on the OECD G20 list of fully cooperative jurisdictions.
The Prime Minister touted new domestic and international insurance legislation that has modernized the way we maintain our insurance, securities, and regulation sectors. But the Finance Minister affirmed that his government won't stop until the Bahamas is on the lips of top executives here at home and worldwide as their financial jurisdiction of choice.
As persons in the front line, you are well placed to become partners in the future development of your sector, to make recommendations on the development of new products, and to recommend new laws, regulations, and procedures for the efficient and safe introduction of new products. And I invite you to do so. We've received both quiet and noisy advice about what we should do to improve the sector. I believe that our record demonstrates that we have taken on board any number of such recommendations. We'll continue to do so.
While Prime Minister Ingram commended BIFS on training, he invited the financial services community to partner with the government to train even more Bahamians.
Let me take this opportunity also to invite as many of your members, your member companies, as is possible, to participate in the government's job readiness and training program. We believe that the short, medium, and long-term interests of the Bahamas will be served by us both putting unemployed Bahamians to work. And we believe that employment is going to provide training and relevant work experience, and it will improve marketability of our workforce.
Altavi's Munnings, ZNS News.